Hello and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at this, the Corsair Virtuoso Wireless Gaming Headset. And this is the special edition with what Corsair say is a broadcast microphone, so let's just give that a test right away, shall we? Well, here we are everyone. This is the so-called broadcast mic. Do let me know in the comments below if you feel that this is at broadcast standard. Now, there's no getting away with it. This is a very nice sounding microphone from a headset. It's got rid of that, I suppose, typical nasal sound that you normally get. But I don't know. To call it a broadcast mic is a bit extreme, I think, but it is very, very good, so I do like it. But anyway, I think we'll take a look at the iQ software and see what we can actually do with it. But before we do that, let's do the obligatory typing test that's now going to be an existing feature all the way through, and I will remember, I'm sure, to turn the music off this time in the background. Sorry about that. But here we go, from this height. There we go. And if we were a little bit closer, like we were more at gaming height, so I'll just type normally. There we are. I'm really close. And that's that done. So back with the background music. But anyway, like I said, we'll have a quick look at the iQ software and see what we can do with the headset. So this is it, the iQ software from Corsair. Now there are many different types of software for peripherals, and I think that iQ is probably one of the best, but it's not amazing. Now, much like all of the others, like the SteelSeries engine and the G-Hub from Logitech, if you have many peripherals from Corsair, they will all show up here and you can sync them all together as well, especially with the lighting effect. Going into the headset itself, as I said with the Arctis 7 and all the other headsets I've done a review at, I would always turn the input mic volume down slightly. Just so you don't start clipping at the top end. Now on this I do have the side tone at full. I wouldn't normally do that, but that's just there for the purpose of making this video. Now we'll go straight into EQ presets. Now you can change it yourself. There is an EQ preset that you can have a bit of a play around with. Now I've not played it perfectly yet in any way, and I've not really had much time to mess around with it. But one thing that did stand out like a sore thumb. So the box for this headset said that the frequency range is between 20 Hz and 40,000 Hz, even though humans can only really hear to around 20, and probably not even that. But when you look at the EQ, it's between 32 and 16,000, which kind of tells its own story. Anyway, moving on, the next preset, we've got Pure Direct, which is just flat. Then we've got Movie Theatre. Now this is the one I tend to use. This definitely gives the richest audio. I've not tried the FPS competition one yet, but it does look like it's just driving those midtones, so there should be a lot of crisp sounding things going on. Clear chat should be fairly obvious, and like we had there, the bass boost, but not very great. Now, if we go into lighting effects, you can change the colour of the LED that's at the side of the headset here, but I don't care about that. Now this does say that it has 20 hours of charge of battery life, and I can't contest that. I've not done 20 hours on a solid one, but honestly, the amount of time I've done and the minimal amount that the battery went down, I do believe that to be a fairly accurate statistic, to be perfectly honest. And you can change a few other bits here, so you can set this up to your liking. There we are, that's pretty much iQ. There's not a great deal you can do, however, you don't really need to, because it's a headset. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so what's in the actual box? Well, we get this, first and foremost, this plush, very nice carry case for the headset itself. Now you don't get this with the standard non-SE edition of the Corsair Virtuoso, and it is very nice, but you are paying a premium amount for this. And you get this, and I do like this. I'm not sure if you get this with the standard edition, but your little box, when you take the instructions out, you have this foam padding, like you've just opened a very expensive case of some sort. And you get this. I think it's about a 2 meter USB Type-C cable. Thank you, Corsair, for using Type-C. That makes it much better. That is for charging, and also you can just wire in to get that highest resolution audio and a slightly better mic. You also get this, the 3.5mm 4-pole jack. Now this is effectively, if you want to play on Xbox, don't play on Xbox by the way, you have no mic control at all. You have no control over the headset, so don't use this on Xbox. However, you can use it just as easily on the PS4. And then you get this, like we mentioned earlier, the broadcast mic. Now that is a very, very pretty bit of kit, and this is very, very well presented. So kudos to you on that, Corsair. And then this, the tiny USB dongle that deals with all that Wi-Fi for the headset itself. So it is a very well presented bit of kit, and also obviously we get the instructions. Now these are quite thick, and I've seen many languages on the box, so I'm not going to even attempt to start going through them. So looking at the headset itself, what have we got? We know that the build quality is beautiful, because it just very much is. Now the microphone itself does look fantastic with this big end on it. As you can see right there, there's the red light which indicates that I'm on mute. Now listen to this when I take it off mute.
Mic on.
There you go.
Mic off.
I do like little touches like that. Now on that same ear cup, there's also the 3.5mm jack and the USB Type-C connector as well when you want to wire in like I was previously. Also, we've got this on the other ear cup, your selector between Wi-Fi and by over the wire, which does in fact power it down when you're connected over the Wi-Fi, like so. And the red light will ultimately go off. And then we've got the volume wheel, which is the infinity wheel, which is very well made. It really, really is. Now, one thing that does stand out to me as a bit of an issue with this, there's no chat to game mixer like there is on the Arctis 7, which I thought was a fantastic feature, and it is a shame that that is in fact missing from this. Now, I can put that aside just because of how attractive this headset is. I do like the minimalist style and the build quality. Everything is aluminium. Everything on this is aluminium. It just feels good. It feels like it should be uncomfortable, but it's not. The clamping force is fantastic, and you can gauge where your head needs to sit nicely by the tactile sound of moving the headset around. I do very, very much like it, and I did think that I would sweat because these ear cups are leatherette, but I did not. It was just remarkably comfortable. Now they are kinda deep because there's zero padding between this bit here and the driver on the inside, but I didn't feel my ear touch them at any point, so that wasn't an issue either. But they are a premium build headset, and they do look very, very nice, and you can tell they're premium just from touching them. The weight, all of that just feels very, very premium. But, well, that's pretty much it for this headset. It's definitely a pass in my book. I'm not sure what I'd go for, whether it was this or the Arctis 7, which is £10 cheaper. I don't know. I think they're both equally good, but for very different reasons. Well, I'm sorry that there's no real conclusion there. I will, however, be doing a comparison video with the previous headsets that I've done. That's coming up shortly, so do remember to subscribe for that. And if you did like this video, do leave a thumbs up. If not, don't bother. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice evening. Goodbye.